Alright, YouTube, what's going on? Sorry, it took me a couple days to do a video here. This camera Zoom thing had problems, took it in, they fixed it, whatever. It wasn't that big of a deal, but I'm thinking, well, for $300, the damn thing better work. That's all I know. Anyways, NFL wildcard picks. The end of the regular season is officially over. I'll get to my thoughts on that in another video, but I'm going to give you some wildcard picks right now. A lot of surprises in the league this year, but some weren't too surprising. Some, yeah, whatever. But anyways, first game of the week. We got 2 Saturday games and 2 Sunday games. Know that. And the order I'm giving it to you is the order it's going to go in, as far as seeing it on TV goes. First game, Cincinnati. On the road at Houston. Houston is giving 4.5. Now, Cincinnati, look. Houston, here's the difference. When you played the Bengals last year, they stumbled into the playoffs. They shouldn't have even been there. They got a lot of help. Okay? This year, the difference is Cincinnati, I can honestly say, earned their way to the playoffs this year. They earned it. They are expecting it. I think they were shocked last year when they heard they were going to the playoffs. So they really weren't mentally prepared. So they're going to be prepared coming in this game. Now, Cincinnati is very well capable of winning this game. I believe they will win this game. However, us not having a running game, that could eventually cost us. But I don't see Cincinnati really going far this year. Even if they do win this game, and if they got to play at New England or at Denver, I don't see them going anywhere. But I'm trying to keep the high hopes. Bengals have not had a postseason victory since 1990, which dates back to Boomer Esiason. So as a Bengals fan, I've been waiting a long time. A very long time. So Cincinnati, please pull out a win here. Please. If Cincinnati comes in here and gets blown out of the water, they need to fire Marvin Lewis. I still say they need to fire him anyway. But for sure, if they get blown out of the water, they need to fire him. I'm telling you. But that being said, I like Cincinnati with the 4.5 points to beat this team. Houston is really stumbling. I mean, you guys were 11-1 at one point. Now you're 12-4. So they're really stumbling into the playoffs here. So we're very well capable of winning this game, and I believe we will win this game. I honestly believe that. No, I got nothing against the Houston Texans at all. It's just the bandwagons. The bandwagons that come out all of a sudden after 10 years and now say they're Texan fans. That's what I can't stand. And for those of you who really are Texan fans, been for a long time, then props to you. But on the bandwagons, I can't stand. Anyways, I like Cincinnati to go in there and beat Houston 26-20. I think it's going to be about a mid-scoring game. But I'm rooting for Cincinnati in this. And come on, Bengal fans, we need to get a win here. We just have to get a postseason win. This is one stump we cannot get over. We need to get a first postseason win. If we can do that, then the pressure's off. So let's go in there and get a win. So I'm taking Cincinnati with 4.5 points. Now, this team is irrelevant, even though they're in the playoffs. Now, a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but Minnesota Vikings at Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is giving 9.5. Now, look, 9.5 points is a lot of points to be given to Vikings, considering their rivals. But Green Bay Packers, really, all you got to do, you got one goal in this game. One goal only. Bottle up Adrian Peterson. If you do that, you stop the whole Vikings organization, because that's exactly what it is. Minnesota Viking fans, look, I've got nothing against the Vikings personally. Matter of fact, I like Adrian Peterson. I think he's a beast. But let's be honest, Minnesota Viking fans, if it wasn't for Adrian Peterson, you guys would be a 3-13 team every single year. Because Christian Ponder is horrible. Now, he did play good against Green Bay last week, so there's an exception to that, but it's going to take more than one good game to survive in this league. So I like the Packers in this game all day long. I don't see Minnesota beating Green Bay back-to-back, but if they do, I will give them their props. But right now, Minnesota hasn't proven to me nothing. They haven't. They got one good player that can run 200 yards a game. If they didn't have that, they'd be a 4-12 team, like I said. So their defense sucks. I mean, honestly, their defense ain't even that good. So Green Bay is at home. Take Green Bay all day. However, if they cannot stop Adrian Peterson, I like the Vikings to cover, not win, cover. I like Green Bay in this game either way, but if Adrian Peterson gets ahead of steam going, I like them to cover. But if they ball up Adrian Peterson, the Vikings are done. So give me the Packers, they'll win this game. Third game, AFC side now. It's kind of a unique matchup here. Baltimore's at home getting 6.5 against the Indianapolis Colts. Guess what? Call me crazy, but I like the Colts to cover that all day long. Baltimore, I don't believe is that good of a team. Really, I don't. Now, Cincinnati beat them last week. Now, like I said, I'm not going to get my hopes up on that because they played most of the game without Joe Flacco. Matter of fact, I don't think Joe Flacco played any of the game. So that didn't mean much to me, like I told you, but I like the Colts to cover. Colts is young. Their offense is on fire. Andrew Luck is a great quarterback. Now, I don't see the Colts going far this year. I really don't. They're going to be relevant for the years to come. Colts fans, you got a future. I mean, you have earned my respect 100%. Matter of fact, I got you listed as the team that's turned around the most in one season in the AFC. So, I take the Colts, they'll cover, but I like the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens to win this game because simple fact is Ravens are more experienced in the playoffs. Joe Flacco's pretty decent in the playoffs, even though he's really has proven to me he can beat a good team. Well, I mean, like in a big game, not a good team. But fortunately, the Ravens don't have to play the Steelers this year because if they did, that's an automatic out for them because they can never beat the Steelers in the playoffs. So take the Ravens to win the game, but I like the Colts to cover that 6.5-point spread. I like the Colts to lose this game 20-24. So it's going to be something like that. And our final game, very unique one here. Two rookie teams, really. Both rookie quarterbacks going head-to-head here. Seattle Seahawks at Washington Redskins. Seattle is favored by 1 point right now. Seattle. I like Seattle all day long. Call me crazy. Now, Seattle really ain't that good on the road. That I have noticed, but Washington Redskins, look, RG3, that dancing around, I'm sorry, it's been figured out. It's been figured out already. Ask Cam Newton, ask Michael Vick. They all try to do the same thing. It don't last long in this league. RG3 has got to prove to me that he can be actually a really good quarterback and sit in a pocket without scrambling and throw 250, 300 yards a game. That's what a good quarterback does. They don't scramble around. Occasionally they may run, but they don't. You run more than you pass, it seems like. So I picked the Redskins to win last week against the Cowboys. That's because Cowboys suck. I mean, let's be honest, Cowboys suck. But that being said, take Seattle with 1 point. Seattle will win this game 17-10, 20-10, something like that. That's just the way it is. That's how I feel. Seattle is underrated. I'm sorry. I like Seattle to go deep this year. They may go all the way, believe it or not. Call me crazy, but I think they will. I'll take Seattle with points. So there's your picks. I got the Bengals over the Texans, Packers over the Vikings, Ravens over the Colts, and Seahawks over the Redskins. And our bye weeks, our teams that got a bye week this week are the Broncos, Patriots. They got the first round bye, and then the Falcons, 49ers. And the Falcons and the Broncos both have home field advantage, I believe, in the playoffs. So there's your picks, people. So stay tuned. Let's see how the playoffs turn out. Go Bengals. I'm rooting for them. And let's just see what happens. Stay tuned for next week.